matching today. He has his little bandana and I have my little mask, same thing. Oh, he is like totally trying to beat me up right now. Okay, so I actually was struggling so much to do my intro inside with Kohai, so I'm in the car, and today basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to Joann's into the dollar store to get a few supplies that I need to make a Snuffle mat, and I will DIY the whole process and you guys will see. So, also I did mention I did make a matching mask. If you haven't already seen my bandana video, make sure you guys go check it out. There'll be like a little pop-up link here. So yeah. So the two stores I was headed off to are actually right next to each other, super convenient, and Joann's has a ton of different choices that you guys can choose from. So I ended up picking this fabric here at Joann's. From the Dollar Tree, this is all you'll need, and they come in tons of different colors. Sidetracked, but two little presents. Two little presents. Look at this one's crinkle crinkle and this one's squeaky squeak. Hold on, I still have to take the tags off, silly. One of them's like a crinkle and the other one's a squeak. He like loves them both. Yes, little squeak squeak squeak. Oh wow. So this is the old Snuffle mat that I actually DIY'd. It has had so many uses out of it. So today I'm going to be making a much bigger version with these two, and so the only things you need are these dish drying mats. I picked them up at the dollar store, but you can always pick up some like even thicker ones or bigger ones at like Walmart or something. And then I got half a yard of fleece fabric for only I think $3. So yeah, that's the only two things you need and something to sew with. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I decided I was going to go ahead and make a bigger Snuffle mat today, so I'm going to sew both of these together, but if you want just a small Snuffle mat like my previous one, you can just use one drying mat instead of the two. Okay, so what I went ahead and did was sew them both together, that way I have a bigger Snuffle mat than the previous one I made before, which was just a one little side. So now moving on to the next step, we're going to have our fabric and we're going to start cutting out little things. So you can do a ton of different things like these little flaps where you can hide the food or have some more bones where you hide this. This was all hand sewn, but I'm going to try doing most of it with the machine. But just so you know, you can definitely hand sew. There's stuff like this where you hide it in little flaps. And then this is personally my favorite. It's just really easy to like hide a little treat in here. And then there's stuff like this. So I am going to cut out a ton of stuff and then sew it onto here out of this fabric here. So here I'm just showing you guys that I cut out a ton of different shapes and stuff and then just pin them down where I decide that I'm going to end up sewing them. You guys can get as creative as you want, have fun with it. It is your very own Snuffle mat, so you decide what you want, how you want it, and I do end up making some changes later on in the video, you'll see. So my sewing machine absolutely sucks and is very Stone Age, so I had to actually go ahead and hand sew, and I hate hand sewing, so I'm just doing, you know, a job that gets it done, but it's not like a perfect job or whatever. So here is my full and complete Snuffle mat once I sewed everything I want down. You guys can, like I said, make your own shapes or kind of get a feel and do exactly what I did. So here is a more in-depth of like what each thing does, how you can hide the treats and stuff like that. So I have tons of flaps, I have these little triangles where you have 3 different little compartments on each side. These are just simple, like fold them over, hide some treats. Same thing as like the triangles almost on this one. These are my favorite personally. You just stick a little treat in and he'll pull it out. This is also a really cute little bone and stuff. And then these are for like the really tiny treats and like especially big digging in there. And then this is where I actually ended up changing it to just these 2 little pockets rather than 2 of the other things. And then like I said, same as the others. These were similar to my old ones and I made some little half circles as well. And yeah. So these are actually the treats that I fill mine with. Kohai is extremely picky, and when I found out these jerky cuts were like his favorite, it was amazing. So here I am just grabbing one cut and ripping it into small little pieces, hiding it throughout the map. Like I said, these compartments, you guys can totally figure out how you want to place them, where you want to put them. Yours doesn't have to come out identical to mine. Mine's just like an idea. That way you know kind of how to do it, and it's just easy little hand sewing. And even if your sewing machine is good enough, you can just run it through there. Mine unfortunately isn't, and I hate hand sewing, so I kind of just like, you know, did a quick job on it. Not perfect or anything, but it gets the job done, and my dog absolutely loves it, and you'll see that in the next couple of clips. But thank you so much. This thing cost me like $5 to make, so super cheap, super affordable. And so here's just a quick little clip of Kohai's first time with his brand new little Snuffle mat. He absolutely loves it. It did take him a little bit longer to find all the treats because he isn't used to this mat. He was so used to the smaller version. So yeah, but with time he did realize how to get these little treats out, and I think he absolutely loves it. So I hope you guys go ahead and make your own, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you.